What's going on, Exiles? Today we have another video going over how to create and spawn random combatants in the arena. In the last video, we created a very basic arena with the ability to spawn 5 archers and 5 fighters, but sometimes that's not going to be enough, especially if you want to have multiple different rounds and multiple varying levels of difficulty. Initially, it's really easy to place a spawner and implicitly specify what you want every spawner to create, but as you go further and further, you start to realize that becomes a disaster really quickly and it's very difficult to manage. So instead, we're going to create random groups of different creatures that will spawn in and select those through our arena. Let's get started. We're going to need a couple of NPC spawners, so we're going to go into the cheat menu and let's just grab 5 for now. We'll run into the arena and place these 5 NPC spawners down. Once they're all placed down, we will go in and modify them all in the same ways, which is making them hidden, undoing the allow clan members, and increasing the spawn radius. We'll put it to, let's just say, looks like we can go all the way up to 1,000 on this and still not hit the outside of our arena, so we're going to go for that. We're also going to just say 5 NPCs for each and update it to attack all players. Alright, once that's done, we are going to come back to the first one and select just some kind of wildlife creature. Let's grab a wolf. We're going to apply that and we'll name it Spawn Wolf. Next one, we're going to spawn a bear and name it Spawn Bear. We're going to do the same for the other 3. We'll just create a wild boar, a gorilla, and an elk. Alright, now that we've got all of our spawns created, let's go back to our Thespian Arena Master and start working on the Mushi editor. We'll open the Mushi editor and we will start by creating a bounce node, followed by a randomizer. From here, let's create a trigger for each of the spawn points we just created. We'll need to connect all of these up to the randomizer, as well as the bounce node. And at this point, we have our initial trigger to create one of these creatures. From here, let's go over to our initial setup, which would trigger our arena spawn 1 and 2. This would normally create our archer and our fighter, but let's unhook these and remove them. Let's make use now of our bounce nodes, which if we look over here, it is bounce node 14 that goes to the randomizer. So let's set this to bounce to 14, and we're going to copy it and create one additional bounce node and go to 14 as well. We'll need to hook these up individually because bounce nodes don't have an output. 1 to there, 1 to there, and additionally 1 to here. So at this point, we have a functional randomized arena. Let's see it in action. Yes, I am ready. All right, so we just initialized round 1 and we can see there are 5 boars that have been instantiated. And if we come in here again and speak to him again for round 2, good luck on round 2, we will see 5 gorillas and 5 wolves. One thing to keep in mind with this particular setup is you will occasionally get only a single spawn. And the reason for this is you are triggering the randomizer through 5 different random nodes. In these random nodes, you are telling it to trigger creation of the NPCs. So when you do that, if the NPCs already exist, it will essentially kill them and respawn them. So if the randomizer happens to land on, for instance, wolves twice, even though you've called it twice, it will attempt to create them twice. So the first set of wolves will be killed. The second set of wolves will actually be created into the arena. I kind of like this because it adds a certain level of randomization on top of the randomization, because you could get 1 set of creatures or you could get 2 or 3 or 4 or however many you want to get set into this. But I feel like this gives you a good starting point to allow a very random arena. And as time goes on and you grow your arena, you can also put variables in that allow you to specify which creatures should be created at what levels, and pretty much anything you can think of from there on. Anyway, this is a quick video. I didn't want to go super in depth here. If you guys have any additional questions or want more videos on this, let me know. If you have any questions or comments, place them in the thread below, and be sure to stay tuned for the next video in the series. Thanks a lot, guys.